Alright, so now in this part of the program, I'm gonna go over how you guys can actually find these winning products to sell on your store. And I am going to show you guys the methods that I use that work really well. So I'm going to help you find products that are going to be in demand forever and products that people are always going to look for. And we're also going to focus on building a niche store. So for example, a niche store is any kind of store that sells products in the same category. For example, Kylie Skin sells skincare products, and so your store is going to sell products in the same category, and honestly these stores end up doing the best. So first we're going to find one really good product to sell on your store that's always going to be in demand. Then we're also going to find other products in the same category that you can also sell on your store that are also in demand as well. Alright, so the first one, which honestly is the easiest, is using TikTok. So what I want you to do is download the TikTok app on your phone if you don't already have it, and once you log into your account, just search up Amazon Finds, and now it's going to show you a bunch of different videos, and these videos are all products from Amazon. So all you really have to do is go through these videos and save the videos that you think are cool and potentially a product that you can sell on your store. So I'm going to show you guys exactly what I would do to find a good product to sell on my store. So first I'm going to look at a video. I'm going to look at the first one and let's see what this one is all about.
Warning you now, my whole foot basically peels off in this video, so if that grosses you out, keep scrolling, but if not, please keep watching. This is a foot peel mask by Planifique. It's a #1 bestseller on Amazon, and as you can see, I have really dry heels, as well as a huge callus on my big toe that is extremely stubborn. So I soaked my feet for about 15 minutes and put on these booties for 90, and I chilled with some socks on. It really wasn't too uncomfortable, and then I washed off all of the residue. It took about 3 to 4 days to see any type of peeling, but once it started, it did not stop. I basically had webbed feet. Me and my mom were cracking up when we were removing it, and for the next 2 days, it just kept getting more and more drastic. At one point, my whole heel basically was falling off. I was like, what the heck? I felt like a snake shedding all of its old skin, but at the end of it, I ended up having the softest feet ever. My callus was completely smooth, as well as my heels. I am obsessed.
Okay, so as you can see, that product's actually really cool and it's kind of gross as well, but honestly that is a really good product. I think that honestly this would sell, and just by looking at the engagement, there's a lot of likes, a lot of comments. Look, there's like 6.9 million likes, so I definitely think that this is a good product. And also what I would do is I would look through the comments to see if people are saying that they need the product. So you can see here there's people commenting saying that their mom needs the product. There's also other people saying that I'm getting this. So as I'm going through the comments, I see that a lot of people are interested in this product. A lot of people are saying that they want to get this. So this is exactly what you want to look for when you look through these videos. So what you want to see is a lot of comments, a lot of likes, and if a lot of people are saying that they want to buy the product, then that is a sign that it's actually going to be a good product for you to sell on your store. Okay, so now that I found a good product to sell, we actually have to go through some things before we try and sell it. So before we even go through these characteristics and see if the product falls under any of these categories, I just want to see if our supplier actually has the product. So basically, your supplier has to have the product, that way you can actually sell it on your store. And the suppliers that we are going to be using and that I personally use is Zendrop and S Pocket. So honestly, Zendrop and S Pocket are amazing. They have high quality products, they have fast shipping time, and that is exactly what you need to actually build a real long-term brand. And you may or may not have heard of AliExpress, but that's what a lot of people use. And honestly, if you want to build a real long-term brand, you need to stay away from AliExpress because shipping times are horrible. Sometimes it takes a month for the product to ship out to the customer, and if that happens, a lot of the time you get a lot of customer complaints. A lot of people try to file chargebacks or get their money back, so we are not going to be using AliExpress. And I stopped using AliExpress a long time ago, and I started using Zendrop or even S Pocket. It depends on where you can find the product for a better price or a better deal. And so I'm going to be teaching you guys how to find the product using this. But anyways, what I want you to do now is go back inside the course, and under the section where it says softwares and strategies I use to find winning products, you're going to see a section that says Zendrop link. So make sure you click on this and you just go ahead and click on that Zendrop link. And then here what you want to do is click on sign up for free. And now it's going to bring you to this page here so you can sign up. And the reason you want to use that link inside the course is because it's going to let you use Zendrop for free, so you don't have to pay any money. So just make sure you sign up now. Okay, so once you sign up, you're going to be brought to this page here on Zendrop. So what I actually want you to do is click here on Connect My Store or you can click up here on connect to store to Zendrop, doesn't matter. Now click on Shopify. Okay, so just keep this page open for now. We're going to come back to it. Now the next thing you want to do is just go back inside the course, and under the section where it says softwares and strategies I use to find winning products, you're going to see a section here that says Shopify link. So make sure you click on that. And so here you're going to have a Shopify link that you can use. It's a free trial, so make sure you do use that. And again, if you get this link, you're going to be able to get a free trial, which is why you want to use it. But basically what's going to happen is you're going to be creating an online store using Shopify. This is what I use and what everyone pretty much uses. So what you want to do here is just enter your email, start free trial. And you can actually just skip this section here. Skip and click here, yes. Okay, so here put a store name. It doesn't really matter what the name is because you can change it later, and just fill all the information it gives. And create your account. You can do it with whatever you want, but I'm going to do it with email. Create Shopify account. Okay, so once you have successfully signed up, it's going to bring you to this page here. So we're not going to use this right now, but we will come back to it later. Okay, so now come back to this page that we were on before, and now it's going to ask you to put your store name in here, which we did already create on Shopify. And to figure out what your Shopify store name is, just go back on Shopify and see here this link. You can actually just copy it. So it's going to be from right over here till the Shopify.com section. So that would be your link. So just copy that and go back and paste it. So for example, mine's going to be sarahfinance123/4720.myshopify.com. Click on connect. And once you do that, it's going to bring you to this page here. So now what you want to do is click on install app, and then you should be good, and it should just bring you back again to Zendrop. Alright, so now we have created the account and we're in the app, so we're all good to go with Zendrop. And the product we were looking at was this foot peel. Alright, so now basically what I'm going to do is whenever I find a product that could potentially be a product that I can sell on my store, I have to go ahead and search it up in Zendrop because we're going to actually get the product from Zendrop, so we have to make sure that they do have it. But if they don't have it, that's okay. You can actually scroll all the way down to the bottom, and here it says don't see the product you're looking for. You can request the product and they will actually have it really quick. Now the only thing that sucks is you're gonna have to pay the $33 if you want them to have the product for you. However, it's 100% worth it, especially if you find a good product. But I will say I've never actually had to request a product because they actually do have most things that you are gonna need anyway, so you should be okay. But anyways, now I'm gonna go ahead and search that product that we found on TikTok, which was that foot peel mask. Alright, so far I just see one right here. I'm gonna look through and see if there's anything else. Okay, so yeah, there's only one foot peel mask. It's right here, and it's going to cost us $7.39, and it's a 6-piece. Alright, so now that we know the product has some demand and it's on Zendrop, which means we can sell it, we want to see how much we can actually sell it for, because like I said before, you want to actually make a profit, and it's always good to have the product sell for 3 times the price that you buy it for. So 7 times 3, around $21. So if you can't sell this for $21, you're not going to make as much profit as you could. So what we're going to do to confirm how much we can sell it for is just search it up in Google and see where it's selling and how much it's selling for at other places like Amazon, for example. So I'm just going to go ahead and search it up and see if we can find it at Amazon. Alright, so off to a decent start. You can see that in some places it's selling for a little bit more, and then other places it's selling for like $3. So we're gonna have to look at a legit place and see how much it is selling for. So I personally like to check Amazon because Amazon usually is where you get most of your stuff, and that's where a lot of people sell stuff. So we're gonna see foot peel mask and see how much it's going to cost on Amazon. So as you can see, there's one right here. It's selling for $24. That's Canadian dollars. So you're going to be selling it on your store probably with American dollars. And so you're going to sell it for $21. But you can come here to Amazon and just confirm what it's selling for, just so you know what you can price yours for. So this is the closest to it since it's a 6-piece and it's basically the same thing. And look at the price. So now we know we can sell ours for that exact same price. So this definitely does meet our rule, which is 3x the price. So we're going to get the product for about $7 and we're going to sell it for 3 times the price. So now we can confirm that this product has a good profit margin since we can sell it for 3 times the price. However, I will say because we are using the free version of Zendrop, we're going to have to pay an additional price for shipping. So here, we're going to have to pay an extra $2 each time we send out one of these products. So this means the product's actually going to cost you $9.39. But honestly, you don't have to worry about this too much because yes, it's a fee that you're going to have to pay because you are using the free version, and sometimes with the paid version you're going to have to pay for some shipping costs as well. But honestly, it's still not the biggest deal because like I said, you don't have to have 3x profit margins, but it definitely is preferred if you do have 3x profit margins. And another thing you can do as well is if you have to pay for shipping, go to Amazon and see what the prices are. If there's any higher prices, maybe you can sell the product for a higher price. So let's take a look here and see if there's anything else. So there you go. This one right here is $25.99. So I think you could definitely just get away with selling this one for $23.99 because there is some that are more expensive and there are some that are a little bit cheaper, but I say the sweet spot would be $22.99. Alright, so now we know this foot peel mask has a pretty decent profit margin. So that's a good start, and now we want to check if it has low availability, which means that it can't easily be found everywhere, like in all stores. Like you can't easily go find it at Walmart, Costco, and all those places. So let's kind of take a look at that and see. Alright, so we know it's available on Amazon, but that's okay because Amazon is also an online place where you can buy products, and we're also an online store too, so I'm not too worried about Amazon, but I just want to check maybe Walmart and other stores as well to see if they have it. So first, let's check Walmart. Alright, so now looking at Walmart, yes, they do have foot peels, and as you can see, it's saying a lot of it is online only. I'm sure they do have some in store as well, but a lot of it is online. And here's the thing. So yes, this product can be found at a lot of stores and a lot of other places. However, I feel like it's a product that is kind of unique because you don't see it all the time, you don't hear of it all the time, and so when you see it on a store like the one you're going to create, you might not say, oh, I'm not going to buy it from here, I'll just go buy it from Walmart, because it doesn't seem like a product you can get everywhere. And so honestly, I think you could still get away with selling something like this. Like, for example, I am selling some skincare products and also jewelry on my store. And yes, you can find it everywhere, but because I've kind of made it my own unique brand, my products kind of stand out, and so I still make a lot of money doing it. And so yes, I still think you'll be able to sell this product successfully. However, you're going to have other products on the store as well that are also popular and in demand that kind of go in this niche. Have to be maybe like bunion correctors or just something for your foot, anything for your foot basically, but I still think this sells even though it's available in other stores. Alright, so for low availability, it didn't pass. However, it's not so common as like a random white pillow. This is a product that you can still sell successfully because I don't think people are going to think that they can go to Walmart and buy it. It's not that common, and so I think you could still sell it successfully, and I personally think I would be able to sell that product as well. And this is also the type of product that people would buy impulsively. Honestly, I would buy this impulsively if I just saw it and I needed it. So that's also a plus, meaning that if they just see it first on your store, they're going to buy it. The next thing you want to go over is the product in demand? Now this is very important because if people aren't already going to buy the product and we don't already have customers out there, then we have no idea if the product is going to sell. So we want to make sure that the product is already selling and that there's people willing to buy it. So there's a couple things I do to confirm this. So the first thing, which is pretty easy, is go back to the video.
But if not,
and obviously just go through the comments and see what people are saying. And like I told you, there's a lot of people here who said they need the product, they would use it. So that kind of confirms a little bit that the product is in demand and that there's people out there willing to buy it. Now the next thing we're actually going to do is we're going to go to aliexpress.com. Alright, so the purpose of this and the reason we're on AliExpress and searching the product is we can actually use this to confirm if it's in demand. And the reason for that is because there is so many dropshippers that use AliExpress. And when they use AliExpress, they get their products from here, obviously. And so what we can do is we can look at how many orders are on each product. So for example, this is a product that we're selling, right? As we can see, 1,839 have been sold. So that means a dropshipper could have been selling this product on their store and they were selling. So that right there, that number tells us that there's actually a market already for the product since it's selling with other dropshippers. And you can just look through and see what else there is. So here we can see 773, that's also a good sign. And let's just keep looking. Oh my god, so that is the product that we're selling on our store. And look, 5,000. So 5,000 is a big number, and you know that if 5,000 people bought this product, it is definitely in demand, and I bet you 100% a dropshipper was selling this product. And 5,000, that's a pretty good number. I would say anywhere from like over 1,000 will confirm that the product is in demand. Even if it has a little less than 1,000, that will be okay too, but try to aim for over 1,000. But now we know that the product is definitely in demand after seeing this. And that's actually the exact same product that we are selling. Now let's take a look at AliExpress and see. Now you're probably wondering, why don't we use AliExpress? So I do not advise anyone to use AliExpress, and there's many reasons why. So the first reason why is when the product gets shipped out to the customer, it comes in this weird AliExpress packaging, and a lot of the time things just don't look good, it doesn't look professional, so that's a big issue. Now another issue is because the supplier is in China, there's a huge language barrier and it's really hard to communicate and things end up going wrong, and trust me, I had a lot of things go wrong. Now the next issue with AliExpress is the slow shipping time. For example, if you want the product to ship from China, it's going to take 30 to 50 days to arrive to the customer. 30 to 50 days is insane. That is way too long. If a customer knew it was going to take that long, they would 100% not buy it from your store and they would go look for another place and buy it somewhere else. So the reason we don't use it, and the main reason, is because of this. Now another issue is if the product takes longer than 15 days, you're going to get a lot of complaints, you're going to get a lot of emails from customers asking where the product is. Some customers are even going to file a chargeback with their bank, meaning they're going to take their money back from you because the product's taking too long and they're going to think it's some kind of scam. And ideally, you want to have anywhere between 10 to 20 days shipping. And honestly, if you can get 10 to 15 days, that's even better, that's ideal, but sometimes you can't and that's okay. So 20 days is honestly the max amount, but 30 to 50, that's just insane. But anyways, you already have enough information, and honestly, I know that it's in demand already because of how many orders there are here on the product, but you can do some other things as well if you just want to be 100% on the safe side. Like you can search the product in Google and see who else is selling it, and if you see that there is several stores selling it, there you go, there you know that there's going to be a market. So we can do that right now. This is what you should do with any product that you're trying to find. Alright, so now you see a bunch of them, and that just means that there is demand for it, because if there wasn't demand for the product, no one would be selling it. But because a lot of people are selling it, that means people are buying it, and that means it's a good product to sell. Unlike a fidget spinner where the product is eventually going to die out, this product is always going to be in demand and there's always going to be a market for it, meaning that people are always going to buy it. And so this is exactly the type of product that you want to sell, something that you can sell forever, because like I told you guys before, the goal is to build a long-term brand. Alright, now the next thing I want to go over is problem-solving products. Now I will say that these sell a lot better because it just solves a problem. So if someone has the issue, they're going to go look for the product and buy it anyways. And so this product 100% solves a problem. So if you have a lot of dead skin on your feet or like dry skin, this is going to fix that for you. And I know a lot of people have it, even my mom has it. There's people on the internet, as you can see, that have it, and so this is going to solve a huge problem for people who have it. And if I had the issue, I would probably buy this too. Now the next thing I want to go over is the wow factor. Now this product 100% has this, because if you see it, like in this TikTok video right here, it 100% has the wow factor, and it's not really the product itself, but it's the way she made the video. Now the next thing I want to talk about is viral videos, and this basically means that you can actually make a viral video with the product, and this is a great example of that. So as you can see, the video did go viral. She got 7.5 million likes, 79,000 comments. She probably got like, I don't know how many views she got, but she probably got a lot of views, probably like maybe 20 million views. And there you go, that is the definition of a viral video. Alright, so now that we've confirmed that you can make viral videos with the product, the next thing I want to talk about is picking a product that you actually like. Now you don't have to actually love the product and use it, you just have to tolerate the product. For example, I'm not obsessed with this foot thing, however, I do think I'll be able to build a business around it. It could be a long-term business for me, and I have no problem creating content with the product. But if you don't see yourself building a long-term brand around the product, and you don't really like it at all, and you don't want to sell it, then you should probably look for another product. Alright, so now that we've gone through all of these characteristics, I'm going to say that this product right here is definitely a product that you can sell. I do think it's a winning product that will always be in demand, and if you actually want to build a real business around this product, I think it's possible. And I think you could use TikTok You could use Instagram, you could use Facebook, you could use Pinterest to advertise this product successfully. And the best part is you could use TikTok for free, just like she did. And so yeah, I think this is honestly a great product to sell. So just to recap, the main three is you have to make viral videos with it, the product has to be in demand, and also has to have pretty decent profit margins so that you can actually make money. Alright, so now that I showed you guys how I find winning products with TikTok, I'm going to also show you guys some other strategies that I use as well. Alright, so first thing I want you to do is search up Dropshipping Center AliExpress, click on this, and then it's going to ask you to create an account or sign in, and then once you do that, you're going to be redirected to this page. Then click on Find Products to Sell, and now this is the page that is going to help us. So AliExpress knows that a lot of people use it to dropship, and so they created this center where they will show you the top trending products right now, and you can go through and look at all the products and see maybe if you can find something that you can sell on your store. Alright, so here it's going to show us a list of products, and these products are basically products that are trending right now or selling really well. And in this case, this means that a lot of dropshippers could be selling these products right now, and you can take a look and see how many orders there are. So for example, you can see this one right here. You can actually see how many dropshipping orders there are. So look at this area right here, or just orders in general. But what you actually want to look at is the dropshipping orders, and that means that people are dropshipping these products successfully, which means that you could possibly do the same. So for example, this right here, it's 4,647 orders, and that is someone that dropshipped them. So let's take a look at this and see what the product is. Alright, so here's the product, and I actually think this is really cool. So basically this is like for a couple, and then you can get your name engraved on it, or basically get engraved whatever you want. So the supplier will take care of the engraving on the rings. And honestly, I think it's a really good holiday like product, especially for Christmas or something like that. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool. So let's go back now and take a look at the other products that there is. So I'm just gonna scroll through. Okay, so there's this. So 1,500. This looks like a cool product. Let's take a look and see what this is. Okay, so not gonna lie, I think this product is really cool. I think this product would sell really well. There's obviously people selling it, so there's obviously a market for it, and this product definitely solves a problem for a lot of people. And there's a lot of the other ones on the side here as well. I actually have seen this product before, and I actually considered selling this product myself, but I wasn't really in that niche at the time, and I wasn't really going to start something in that niche, and so I decided not to. But I actually think this product is a good product that you can sell, especially because it solves a problem. Like if I had children, or just in the kitchen, if you work in the kitchen, I would need something like this to seal my stuff instead of like tying it up or something. So I think that's pretty cool. So I'm just going to keep this tab open, and we'll take a look at it later just to confirm that it's a product that we can sell. But honestly, there is a ton of products that you can look through and honestly see what you like, and I would just say confirm that there's over at least 1,000 orders. You can also look at the dropshipping orders as well, and if this is over 1,000, that's how you know it's working with other dropshippers, so it's going to probably work with you as well. But now, basically, since I found that one product I really like, I'm going to confirm that it's a winning product and something that I can sell on my store. So first things first, there's over 2,900 orders, and that means that people are buying the product, and that means that there is a market for this product. And I'm also just going to search it up here because there's probably going to be other suppliers that have the product. So let's see. And as you can see, there's a bunch of people selling it, and it looks like there's a huge market for it, especially because as you can see here, 1,300 were sold, and on the previous page we had over 2,000, and so that's how you know that there are people buying this product. And also, since we found a product, let's run it through all these characteristics. So first things first, is it a product you like? You can figure that out, and if you want to build a long-term brand with it. Next, can you make viral videos with the product? I definitely think you can. I also think it has that wow factor. If I saw the product, I would definitely think it was really cool and I would share it with my friends. It also solves a really big problem. It also is in demand, as we did confirm. And low availability, I definitely think it can't be found easily in places. I think it's also very unique. And as for the good profit margins, we do have to check that. So let's take a look at Zendrop and then see what it's selling for on Amazon. Alright, so I see the product on Zendrop is going to cost us around $4. Now that's actually pretty decent depending on how much we can sell this for. I think we could sell this for around $15, but I just want to check what it's selling for online. Alright, so after looking here on Amazon, I think an ideal price for it would be around anywhere from $15 to $18, but because we're going to offer free shipping on our store, you could definitely get away with selling it for $18. Now the next way I want to show you guys, and the best way to find good products to sell, is by using websites that already have found the products for you and will show you the products so that you can choose which one to sell. So basically, this site is going to show you a bunch of winning products that other dropshippers are selling, and so you can look through this and you could potentially find a product that you like and want to sell on your store. And I have personally used this myself to find so many winning products, and this is probably the best site that I've ever found to find winning products. Now there is other sites other than Droppoint that do the same thing, like Ecom Hunt or Ecom Spy, but this one is the cheapest and this is the one that works best for me, and so I highly recommend using this one. And it's only going to cost you $5 a month, and honestly you could just use it for 1 month, pay the $5, and then you'd be done. So out of all the methods that I showed you, I'm going to say that this method is the best way to find winning products. I would highly recommend that you choose this method over the other ones, but obviously you can still use the other ones since they are free and you never know, you could still find something. But anyways, how this is going to work and how you're going to use it to find winning products is click on live advertisement filter, and this is going to show you all the advertisements on Facebook that are most likely dropshippers trying to sell products, and you can kind of filter it here on the side. And so if you want to find a product that is currently trending, you could just filter it and say ads seen in this week, ads seen in this month, instead of ads seen in this year, because if you want something more recent, you can just filter it to this. Now once you do that, it's going to filter it and show you the videos in that category. So what you can do is just scroll through, and once you kind of come upon something that you think could potentially be a winning product, then you can go ahead and look into selling it. So for example, let's say we find this product and we want to sell it. As you can see here, it actually has the store, so we can click on the store and see how their store looks. Alright, so here is how the dropshipping store looks, and this looks like it's some kind of hair cutter for pets or for dogs. And honestly, I think this looks pretty cool, and I think their site also looks really nice. I would say they're probably doing pretty decent money, and honestly, I would say that if you want to make a store, this would be a great example of how your store would look. And they also have reviews, which is really good, and picture reviews are very important as well. So yeah, the store looks good and the product looks good, so maybe I want to sell this. Alright, so the next thing you can do after you click on the store is you can actually see this video ad right here, but the issue is we don't have the paid version, and so it's not going to show us. But if you pay the $5, you'll be able to click this. It'll take you to the Facebook ad. You can see the engagement on the Facebook ad, if people like it, how people are reacting to it, and from there you can kind of see if it's actually a good product to sell. Now, we don't have the paid version, so I can't show you how to do that, but it's very simple. You just click on it, and then you're going to see, the ad if you pay the $5. Another thing you can do as well is just search it up in Facebook, which I did, and I'm actually not seeing the video ad, so it could be a little bit of an older product. They're probably still not running ads anymore, but if they were running ads, it should have popped up somewhere here because I clicked on videos. So I searched it, I clicked on videos, and so it should have popped up, but looks like they're actually no longer running ads, and like I said, because I don't have the paid version, it could show me older ones. But yes, anyways, I'm going to recommend that you definitely use Droppoint. It's going to save you a lot of time. This is my favorite way to find winning products. And yes, it may take you some time to find a winning product, but I promise you, you can just scroll through and you will find a ton of different options to sell. Some really good stuff. I found a lot of my products from this site. And so yeah, take your time with it, use it, and try to find something you like. Look at the stores, look at the ads, and you'll be able to tell if it's a good product. Also, I just want to make sure I mention again that there are other ones like Droppoint. So there is also DropSpy, there's Ecom Hunt, and there's also AliShark. These ones are the most popular, and honestly, they all do the exact same thing. They're going to find winning advertisements for you. So I like Droppoint personally, but obviously if you want, you can actually look into these ones as well. Alright, so now that we've gone over the methods to find winning products, I'm going to show you guys so far what products I found and I think that could sell well. So the first one again is this sealing machine. and the second one was this foot mask. Alright, so now what I want to do is I want to find products in this niche and basically sell those products on the store as well. So they would have to be kitchen type products. And I personally like to look for anywhere between 5 to 10 products to sell on my store, but I always want to make sure that I have one really good product that I can advertise the most. So in this case, this is the one really good product that I can advertise a lot, but on the side as well, I'm going to have some other products in the same niche. And obviously the other products I have to sell in the store have to be good as well, but they don't have to be as good as this one. Alright guys, so all I had to do was scroll through TikTok and I used the hashtag Amazon Finds, hashtag kitchen, and I found a bunch of really cool products in the kitchen niche. So I found this product right here. I also found this product and this here, this as well. Also this corn thing and this watermelon thing. So all of these products that I found, I think I'm going to sell on my store. And the main thing, like I said before, is you have to make sure you have one really good product, and my one really good one is this. And so yeah, I'm going to create a store and sell all of these products on the store. And of course, I ran the products through all these characteristics and made sure they fell under at least 1 or 2 of them. And just to start, I would say sell anywhere from 5 to 10 products on your store, and once you start growing, you can then add more products to your store. Alright, so now that I have all my products, the next thing I have to do is build my online store. And so in the next part of the course, I'm going to walk you through how to actually build your online store.